it's very much giving like the person that I thought would be like the godmother to my kids, my maid of honor. Like it was very much that kind of friendship. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sierra.saige. If you're new here, hey sis, hey, welcome to the family, guys. So today's video is yet another story time, but this story time is a little different because I actually give a fuck, okay? Which is the first on this channel. I actually give up. If you read the title already, as well as can see, I cut my homegirl off, my bestie, of 10 years. It's not that vigorous as like the title would make it seem. I'm using today's story time as a way to just think out loud, gather my thoughts for how I feel, and kind of just say it out loud because I'm the type of person, I like to feel everything, so when I'm done, like I'm done. Let's just jump straight into the video, but first, a disclaimer. I just want to say this, and it's only, when you click on this channel, it says Sierra.saige. So I don't answer to nobody. I don't give about nobody. I say what I want, I do what I want, and I speak on shit when I'm ready to. Respectfully. Now let's get straight into today's video. So this story time, it comes as a surprise to a lot of you guys because you already know how I get down. I referenced my best friend in multiple story times. I've, had her on my channel before. So you guys are very well acquainted with like who is in my life and where they stand, I guess, right? So let me just tell y'all like our personalities and how we maintain our friendship for this amount of time. And I'm gonna give her a name. We're gonna call her Jada. So me and Jada met in the 6th grade. She's not a person that I thought I would even speak to. Like I remember back in 6th grade, like I always knew her, but I never really said much to her. She's always been pretty shy, or I guess quiet to herself, to her own friend group. So we never really spoke much. And so one day in math class, we just clicked and we've been talking and talking and talking and talking. So since the day we hit it off in 6th grade, we've been like the bestest up until, so that was always my girl. We went through middle school together, high school together, we worked together in high school, we lived 10 minutes from each other. My family was cool with her family and vice versa. Like I've been so many places with her family. Like it's very much giving like the person that I thought would be like the godmother to my kids, my maid of honor. Like it was very much that kind of friendship. I don't want to cry. Or like I didn't really see a Sierra in the future and she not be my friend. Just for zodiac sake, okay, you guys into astrology, she's a Libra, I'm a Leo. I don't have no beef with Libras. I don't. Like it's when I tell you we've never had a conflict up until ever. Like I'm way more charismatic than her in personality. I'm way more like loud and talkative and I want to do this, I want to do that. Very much still an introvert in some ways, but like I'm mainly an extrovert, and for her it's the opposite. We always balance each other out. I always felt like she was the yin to my yang. Like if I wanted 10, she'd bring me back to 3, like relax, and vice versa. Like when she ready to get bucked, I'm right there with her, like what's up? So now throughout this friendship, like I'm gonna say like our younger years between like high school and under, I've never felt no weird energy from her. I've never really felt like anything. Like if anything, she's always had my back. I've never looked at her as somebody that would switch up one day and I don't like that. Like she was always that girl for me. So all of this, honestly, like I said, it took me a while to speak on it. It's still surreal to me that this is a situation and this is how everything is going, Personalities are different. However, we was in a situation where we get compared a lot. We have a lot in common, and even our mannerisms sometimes is the same. Like it was really weird. But because we spent a lot of time together, it made sense that we acted like that or we treat each other like that. It was getting very much sister tea. Jada started dating one of my boyfriend's close friends. It became a little bit more because it wasn't like nothing obnoxious or nothing. Wow, you're mad about this and Sierra will be mad about that. They'll compare like, oh, y'all talk alike, or, like stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not here for the comparisons either. The comparisons become like an issue in any like group of friends, even sisters. Like it's very annoying getting compared to somebody and you're your own person. You're confident in your skin and you're confident in your being, So that was like the first thing that I started to develop. I'm like, okay, like, might be an issue in the future, might not, I don't know. Okay. It passed very quickly. Like I said, we graduated high school together. Everything was fine. Everything was dandy. And we ended up rooming together. We went to Hampton. So if you're new here, guys, I went to Hampton University, QT11. Me and her were roommates in freshman year. We started college together. When I tell y'all, like, it was fun. Things was going really, really good, right? So initially coming into campus, I'm a social butterfly, so I knew I was gonna make more friends outside of my best friend, and that's no problem, vice versa. I want her to go spread her wings too. And me, you never know, like, you know, who you meet and what they're gonna mean in your life, you know? So I was not one of those girls who feel like, no, you gotta be friends with me and me only. Never that. So as the semester started, a certain group of friends, I guess, whatever, which were mainly boys with like another girl or two other girls, but like it wasn't a mixed clique. Halfway through freshman year, I met a girl in my English class. I'm gonna call her Layla for the sake of this video. So me and Layla met in English, and me and her was super cool. I met Layla, and I ended up meeting Layla's roommate, and they were really close. And then they was also close with another girl upstairs, and the girl upstairs knew the girls that lived across the hall from us. And it was just like a big trio, like, oh shit, like, you know so-and-so, you know so-and-so. So like, we all became a clique. Now, it was 7 of us, including myself. I know what y'all about to say. That's never a good idea with mad girls, but like it was a good vibe. Like me and Layla was really tight. I don't want to say that I wasn't cool with other girls, cause I was, but like it was given very much like I'm only cool with you because my friend is cool with you. And I don't mean it in no bad way, nothing like that. It's just more so the fact that like I'm not the most clicky ass bitch. Like 7 bitches is a lot, and I'm not gonna sit up here and feel like I connect with all 7. Like it's just not gonna happen. Things started to like look different to me, and I see character like coming out, right? So fast forward to second semester freshman year. When I tell y'all life was crashing down, I already spoke about it on my channel numerous times. I will link it above if you guys want to kind of hear my story. I ended up dropping out my freshman year, my second semester. A lot was going on in terms of like money situations. I was so exhausted from school. I was depressed. My relationship life was just not where it needed to be. Like everything was just going on at once. I had to go back to campus to get cleared to come back for the second semester. When I tell you I was the longest day of my life, I went from New York to Virginia, got to Virginia at like 5 a.m., slept for like all of 2 hours, came to campus bright and early, didn't get to shower, get into Hampton, run around all day. Like I'm dragging my suitcase and everything with me just to end up not getting the loan cleared. And now I have to go back to New York. It's 5 p.m. to Virginia. I ate nothing, I showered. Like it was literally one of the worst days of my life. Great Greyhound from campus to New York, and that's a 6-hour drive. So just imagine my mental space right now. My best friend is with me throughout the day, but once she got cleared, it was kind of like, okay girl, like what's going on? You know, like it wasn't really giving like the nurturing and support. Oh girl, like don't worry about it. Like it was giving literally like give us nothing. Like give us nothing. I left campus and I got back to New York. I was just sad. It didn't have nothing to do with my best friend at the time. Honestly, it was way more about the situation. But it wasn't until I got home and I realized, and just like, I'm so exhausted. Sis did not text me, like, did you get home safe? Sis did not tell me, oh, keep your head up, like, it's gonna get better. Like, you know, no encouraging words, no text. And the next day came, because you guys know the first Halloween when you get to campus is always like the latest. It's like the first party of the year. I think I had watched her IG story or whatever. I watched all of the girls, because we didn't have no problems, you know? But I'm watching their stories and they're lit. I'm talking lit. No one hit me up and asked me anything. And mind you, these are people that I'm spending time with while I'm at school, just for like Christmas breaks to happen and then the new semester start, and niggas is acting like, okay, she's gone, next. Like I've always been cold sensitive my whole life, and me being a Leo do not help. So every time I feel a certain way about something, I try my hardest not to like think it's something, you know. I'm really trying to like, okay, like maybe it's not a big of a deal, like, you know, don't worry about it. But in the back of my mind, I am hurt. Like, I was really hurt by that. I'm just like, wow, like, okay, cool, like whatever. Moving forward, I want to say like around like February, March-ish time, my boys. I just want to shout out my boys, okay? I don't talk to my guy friends a lot that I made in college, but I do very much appreciate all of them. And if you was there for me in that part of my life, I will never forget you. Like every encouraging word, every phone call, every opportunity to come see me, like I will never forget it, because that was really real to me. And mind you, these are guy friends that I just met probably months ago, and my own best friend and the girls that I'm chilling with every day literally gave me nothing. When I tell y'all, give me nothing, I'm not even exaggerating. Like no one would check up on me, like nothing. So then I should have knew at that point that like this is not friendship, but like I proceeded anyways. By March 2019, I started to feel so much better. beach weekend starts, something in the water. I have a vlog up on my channel so you guys can go watch it. No tea, no shade. And I was looking forward to beach weekend because I just really needed to like let go and just go have some fun. I hit up Jada and I told her like, oh girl, like something in the water coming up, like what's going on, like what's going on. And she like, yeah, actually, like we already planned to go, like let me just add you to the group chat. So now I'm just like, okay. In the moment, I didn't think too much of it. I'm just like, okay, girl, like add me. But in the back of my head, I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, okay, so something in the water is coming up, and y'all didn't think to like invite me. Like, if I didn't hit you up that day, would you have invited me? Because they already started planning the trip before I even entered the group chat. But we're supposed to be cool. Just because I'm not on campus, that don't mean that we're not like cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Oh, it's weird. So I swept that under the rug too, and I'm just like, whatever. And we get in the group chat, it's no weird vibes. I'm not feeling uncomfortable. So I'm just like, okay, like, let me just stop tripping and let it be that. And with this whole, like, I guess breakup or whatever, I've done a lot of, maybe I'm just tripping. And like, it's literally bothersome to think about. Beach weekend comes around, we all link up, very good vibes, like, we all have different personalities, you can tell it in the room, but like very good vibes, had an amazing time. You already know when y'all go on a girls trip, like it be like y'all be on a high, like a cloud 9, like y'all start planning y'all whole fucking trips together, like, oh, we gotta go to Greece. Then you know how that goes. So right after we came back from beach weekend, the semester was ending, summer was starting. Out of the group it was 3 summer babies. So we all trying to figure out what our birthdays is gonna look like, what we're gonna do. Long story short, that year things didn't go as planned with the trips that we wanted to do, but like it was just like whatever, you know, summer's ending, summer's about to start. So I was supposed to go back to Hampton for fall of 2019. I ended up not going, and at that point, that's when I felt like, okay, God, if you have a new lane for me, present it, because it's clearly not school. So I started to focus on other things that was going good for me than worrying about school so much. And a lot of what was going good for me was my relationship, was my career, was, you know, I got a lot more opportunities on the side that I was going with, so I really wasn't too pressed. So fall semester starts. The same feelings that I had when I had left the first time. Clearly I'm struggling, clearly I'm sad, clearly I'm going through shit. Like, no one is budging a finger. And I've never been the kind of person to beg for friends or to beg for attention and love. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not doing that. Fast forward, this is where the bulk of literally where I started to feel like I don't really fuck with none of y'all bitches. Like, no shade, like I don't fuck with y'all. Homecoming starts approaching. If you go to an HBCU, you already know how that go. Homecoming is the biggest event, period. Like, the event. So I decided that I wanted to go to Hampton for homecoming. I'm like, I miss my guys, I miss my girls. I want to see everybody, like, let's pop out to homecoming. So I hit up Jada and just like, okay girl, like, what's tea on campus with homecoming? Like, let me know what tickets is popping, da da da. So she just tells me actually like they're planning on going to Atlanta. And I spoke to Layla, I think a day or two before I spoke to Jada. So Layla was telling me about it too. Jada was telling me about it. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Layla asked me if I was gonna come. I'm like, okay, I'll come. I told her, like, it's my word, like, I'm coming. Mind you, me and Layla had this conversation probably like the first week of October, because homecoming is the last week of October. So if we're doing anything, we gotta get it all done now because we don't have time. And keep in mind, Jada's birthday is also the second week of October. So October is just a busy ass month. I'm gonna start off with the birthday thing, then I'm gonna start off with the homecoming in order. That makes sense, right? So for Jada's birthday, Jada's my bestie. I miss my bestie. I want to go see her for her birthday. I want to make her feel special for her birthday. Like, you know, I'm trying to like figure out like what's tea for her birthday. So I hit her up. I'm just like, you know, what's going on, girl? Like, you know, what you want for your birthday, what you want, da 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 da. She's letting me know that like campus is gonna be kind of dead because it's midterms weekend and like she don't really have no plans. Okay, well, if you planning something or you want me to come, I'll come anyways, even just for the weekend. Like, I just want to see you, you know. So she said, yeah, she's gonna let me know. I'm like, okay, cool. No weird vibes, and it's like, whatever. Because Jada's not really, since we've been cool, she's never been like a super big birthday person. Layla gets on the phone. She just asking me like what we should do for her birthday. I'm just like, she don't got no plans yet. I don't know what's going on, like, whatever. That's when Layla tells me about homecoming, y'all. It's all over the place. But like, once she told me about homecoming, I'm like, girl, I'm down. Fast forward, Jada's birthday comes up. And I am not hearing nothing at all, so I didn't question. I'm just like, okay, like, I'm just gonna write her a sweet message, probably send her like $20 and call it a day. Like, I don't know, like, you know. The day of her birthday come, I'm watching IG stories again, and the rest of the girls in the group planned Jada this, like, I guess surprise little, like, happy birthday. They got her a little cake and they went out to eat. And at that point I was so confuzzled because I'm just like, what? Like, didn't I just speak to you, bitch? And I'm talking about Layla, like, I just spoke to you. So, like, how did you not let me know, like, that we're gonna do something for her? And I told her, I don't care how big or small it is, I'm gonna pull up for the weekend. So, like, what was that about? I didn't say nothing about it. A pop boiling and the little bubbles start popping up. Those were the bubbles. That passed. Then we get back to planning homecoming. Now, I was excited about the homecoming trip because I got a homegrass in Clark already. My cousin staying in Atlanta. Layla was from Atlanta. So, like, it was gonna be a good vibe already. And everybody knew somebody in the A. So I'm just like, oh, we're gonna be lit. Like, it's gonna be a lit ass weekend, like, period. So initially our plans was to, like, for me to come to Virginia, we all road trip it out to Atlanta, and then we stay at house, and then told the girls to stay at their friend's house, and that was just what it was gonna be. Now, strike one. This is where I start to get mad. One day, Layla hits me up like, oh, I'm looking for a rental and I'm only seeing 5-seaters. So I'm just like, what is she hitting me up to tell me that for? Like, bitch, look for a 6-seater. Like, I don't know, like, I'm confused. You know? So she starts telling me like, yeah, like, and the 6-seaters are so expensive and blah, 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 blah. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, where we going with it? Like, what you gotta say, you know? So she tells me that she thinks it's gonna be a more practical idea if I just fly to Atlanta instead of like taking the bus down to Virginia to troop it and to drive all the way to Atlanta. So I'm just like, no, but it's not too much. Like, that was the whole point. Like, literally the whole point of bonding was to be in the car together. We're all driving, we're all lit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm confused. But at that point, she tries to frame it as if, like, you know, you're from New York and you don't want it to be a big deal to get to. Looking for a flight, and I found a cheap flight, and I'm just like, okay, thank God, because, like, I don't have time. The next day comes, and now we're trying to figure out, like, other stuff concerning the trip or whatever, and we're all talking in the group chat. Layla texts me outside of the group chat. So, do you have anywhere to stay in Atlanta? Now you've completely lost me. She's like, do I have anywhere to stay? I'm telling her, like, girl, am I from Atlanta? Did anybody say find a hotel room? When did we discuss a hotel room? It was understood that we were all staying at your house. So then now she goes like, oh yeah, I know, but like, my aunt is staying with us right now. There's a lot of people in the house, and I was telling my mom about so-and-so, and I didn't know if it was really gonna come. What the fuck do you mean? You didn't think I was really gonna come? I told you. I spoke to her on FaceTime. I told her I was gonna come. I'm in the group chat. Yeah. This is why. Okay. So that threw me off. So, like, I'm just like, whatever, like, fuck it. Like, I don't even want to stay in a crowded ass space anyways. Like, go about your business, like, whatever, I'm gonna figure it out. So now I'm looking for B&Bs. I'm trying to figure out, like, how I want to do shit. And then it all suddenly clicked. Like, why do I even have to look for a B&B? First it's, oh, the 5-seaters are cheaper. Now it's, oh, do you have somewhere to stay? I'm not coming, because clearly you didn't want to accommodate for me to be there. I just got a weird vibe, but I was gonna mentally note it and just, like, ghost the day of. The trip ended up clipping anyways, and one of the girls in the group had, like, a money issue. However, we still have Hampton's homecoming to go to. So I'm telling Jada now, I'm texting Jada outside of the group chat. I'm like, just let me know what parties is gonna be lit on campus and where we're gonna go. If I could Cashapp you whatever I need to Cashapp you for the tickets, and we could just be in there. Cause I wasn't, like, after I had left Hampton, I wasn't really too plugged in with the party crowd or whatever, because my big had graduated. And Jada's like, okay, I'm gonna let you know so we get our tickets early. Now, the week before homecoming starts to come now. And I'm trying to figure out, like, you gotta let us know, because homecoming is an event. Like, you gotta get your hair done, your nails done, clothes, like, you gotta get everything together. So I'm trying to figure out, like, bitch, when you gonna let me know which parties we going to? So literally the whole week before homecoming passes, and I'm like, I was gonna reach out and ask, like, what was tea, but I'm just like, there's no way in hell they don't have no tickets for homecoming. I wanna like see air, you know? I wanna see air. I wanna see what happened. I wanna see how it's gonna end. Okay, so the weekend post up. I don't remember if we spoke or we didn't speak about nothing, but whatever happens. Monday comes around, Tuesday comes around, Wednesday comes around, homecoming, and I'm seeing them having a blast on their IG stories. Like,
I don't like that.
A blast. As if I wasn't supposed to be there. And I'm sitting there, I'm looking, I'm just like, you know what? This is my last straw. Because one thing about me, Sierra, one thing for sure, two things for certain, you don't get to show me you don't give a fuck twice. The birthday and homecoming. Baby, I said, you know what? Whatever I thought this was, it's not. And even if it was that, that's not the kind of that I want around me. It's not giving. Okay, so I woke up the next morning. I was feeling how I wanted to feel. I left the group chat. It wasn't beef in my book. Like, I'm about to start talking shit about you, having a whole feud. Fast forward now, I'm not really treating my best friend Jada no kind of way. At the time, I wanted to believe that Jada wasn't a part of any of that. Like, I really wanted to believe that she wouldn't do me like that. So I didn't really include her in that. But now that I'm looking back on it, if you're really like my girl, you would have made sure that I was included. Period. Like, it was no way around it. Like, it was no way. You know that I was coming. Like, it was no way around it. Oh, one thing about them tables, baby. Them tables will motherfucking turn. 2020 starts. I see my best friend New Year's. Jada starts going through a lot in her life. So, me and Jada wasn't really speaking too often, but like the times that I would check in on her, she's only updating me on like bad shit, okay? And it's the first time I've ever seen her do that, because Jada's always been like more of a reserved person. Like, if you don't ask, she really won't tell you like when she's feeling really down. So the fact that she was so open and telling me like what was going on and everything, like, I was being receptive, like, you know, whatever issues that we have, how about I was feeling about petty stuff, I'm just put it to the side, like, it's what it is, blah blah. However, as I'm listening, y'all, to her talk, it clicks again. When I was going through World War III, no one checked on me. Like, and I'm sitting here being present and a good friend for her. I'm making more money than I ever had by myself, and I'm only by myself. I feel good, and it's better than ever. Like, so I'm good. Now, her world is crashing down, and I'm feeling this urge to be the support system, but I'm just like, damn, like, no one show up for me like that. Nobody. So the year starts, it continues, whatever the case is. And one of my homeboys from school started to tell me like things that would happen that was just weird. So this particular homeboy, we was tight, like glue. Like, he's told me that once I left campus, like, Jada just been acting really weird, like just weird. Like, she'll see him, not want to say hi too much, very like non-conversational. Like, she see him, she'll walk the other way, like not really acting like she want to be around him. And if she do like him, if he brings me up, it's always this weird energy. And I said, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, he like, oh, one time I had said, like, oh, it's not the same without Sierra. And, like, she just had, like, a weird face. And I'm just like, not my girl. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think we've been fussing, but a lot of petty things been happening. But when I tell y'all, shiesty is not a word that I will use to describe her. I don't see her as a shiesty fake, okay? So, to hear that, I'm just like, nah. Like, so it caught me by surprise, but I'm just like, okay, like, maybe like, you know, she just felt like that was an insult or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And now it's about to be my birthday time. I'm keep going by the months because, mind y'all, we are not speaking like best friends. And when I say that, if you got a best friend, you already know like how you gotta be lit in a group chat. Like, we're just cutting up, having a good time, kikiing, catching up. We may have a very serious day where we're talking about trying to get our lives together. But we're close, we're talking, right? I'm only talking to sis probably like every 3.5 weeks, if that, a short conversation. So like these months speed up so fast because, girl, we ain't talking. And for me, I was always reaching out with the girl, I miss you, like when I'm gonna see you, and it just got drained. I'm just like, whatever, like I'm just putting that where it's at. Like, I don't care. My birthday comes around, 20th birthday. I wanted to have like a get together and go out to eat. I wanted my friends from college to come. I wanted it to be a good vibe. My boyfriend was gonna be there, his friends was gonna be there. So I wanted to have like a little situation. My ex-boyfriend is still good friends with my boyfriend. My boyfriend wanted to bring a friend. He didn't want to be the only person in. He just has me. So I'm just like, okay, bring your friend. And he wanted to bring a friend that used to be with my best friend. So I'm just like, this sticky situation. I want her to feel uncomfortable. At the time, they had just freshly broken up, and I know she probably don't want to see this man. So I'm really feeling a little weird about it. But he's very adamant, like, no, how we gonna make it work? I hope it's not a thing. So I hit her up and was like, hey girl, like, I just want to let you know in advance, like, you know, X, Y, and Z is gonna be there. Let me know now if you're not dealing with it, because I will arrange that. Cause I'm gonna choose my best friend before I choose my boyfriend, bro. I'm not gonna do that. Like, even though like I have a lot of respect for my boyfriend's friend, but I'm not about to shake the table with my homegirl. I'm not. It's my birthday, you know? So I wanted to keep it very cute, very, you know, graceful. And she said, don't worry about it. Like, he can be there. She's not pressed about it. And I was so happy she said that, because I'm just like, damn, I'm really not trying to get into it. So when she said that, I'm just like, okay, great. So the day my birthday comes up and we all link up. So if you guys didn't know, we have a third friend. Her name is Heaven. Me, Hev, and Jada. And we are super tight, but we all haven't seen each other because I'm in the city, Jada's in VA, and Heaven is in LA. We don't really get to link up a lot. So I remember when we linked up, we're just talking, we laughing, chit chat, like we just getting to go. And I'm just realizing, like, damn, like we really haven't hung out in so long. We get to the hotel room after my birthday happened. School starts again, so now it's fall of 20. We end up not speaking. Like, we're not speaking in a way that like friends should speak. But I'm not thinking too much of it because I'm so busy doing what I'm doing. I'm happy in my relationship. I'm just living my life. So I'm not really thinking too much of it. But like in the back of my mind, I'm realizing like we're not really speaking too much. And it's getting weird because we're never like that. We're into the new year. Life is lifing. I'm checking up on her. I'm just like, yeah, girl, so you know what's going on, like, you know, when we're gonna link. So then Have started to feel like when we're gonna link, because we're not seeing each other. Like, we gotta find a time in our schedules where we get to see each other. So she like, okay, I'm about to be in the city for this so-and-so date in January 2021. So I'm just like, okay, like we'll plan a little girls' day, whatever. So fast forward to that weekend, y'all. She pulls up to the city and we ended up not linking. Okay, my camera had died and I had to go refresh my wig, and bitch, we're back. Issues coming really slipped my mind because she didn't say a thing. When I tell y'all, like, we was talking on group chat probably like 2 weeks before this date. Like, I didn't even peek. I'm like, wait, like, she's coming tomorrow and we haven't. Group chat is dead. Me and Hev spoke about it. We were just like, I don't know, we're still linking. I don't know what's going on. This weekend comes, she comes to the city and she's with her family, and it's fine. But like, no one's kind of from the best friend that I was. Like, you couldn't someone come to the crib. She came for the whole weekend, didn't hit any one of us up, and at that point, I realized I don't think we're friends anymore. Like, I really don't feel that. Like, I feel like if I'm not the one constantly reaching out, like, oh girl, I miss you. Like, what's tea? Like, when you coming back to the city? Like, what's going on? Da, da, da. We're not cool. Like, we're not hanging out. If I don't initiate it, we're not hanging out. If I don't call or text, we're not texting and talking. Like, it got to the point where I started to realize, I'm just like, yo, like, I'm giving way more than I'm getting, and it's quite frustrating. The reason why I was having such a hard time with even just saying that to her was because I felt like it was giving we're in a relationship. Like, we're not fucking. Like, I don't have to be in this weird, awkward ass space with you. Like, why is they giving that? Like, I'm not about to sit up here and be ringing down anyone's phone who's not ringing down mine. Are you stupid? So like, it was giving very much like, okay, girl, like, I'm gonna let you do you, I'm gonna do me, it's just gonna be that, you know? So we're not really talking too much. If she do hit me up, we might send a meme or two to get to each other. But like, when I tell you I have no idea what's going on in this bitch life, like, I did not know anything else going on at the time, like, at all. Okay, and now we in 2021 now. It was one thing about my boyfriend, like, I don't have to worry about nothing. Like, don't worry about that shit. Like, do not worry about that. Like, do not give it no energy. Like, let people be, like, whatever. So I'm like, you know what, you right, I'm just gonna go, like, let it go, whatever. So we've been traveling like literally this whole year. Been doing us pretty much. I haven't really been in the mix like that. Now, this is the big kicker for me. Got a hold of some information about Jada. Ever since I heard it, it clicked one more time. It clicked one more time. Like, so I'm catching up with one of my homeboys and I'm telling him, like, he mentions her. And I'm just like, nah, like, it's not that, like, we not cool, but we don't talk like that, like, whatever. So he was just like, okay, that makes sense why it's always weird when your name come up, or like, it's just weird vibes. So I'm just like, okay, I didn't mean like that. Like, what you mean? I mean, we got beef. That's not what I meant. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what you mean when my name come up as weird vibes? Like, he ends up putting me on, like, about one night where it was just things happening, things being said that I don't want to, like, throw nobody under the bus, but it was along the lines of jealousy statements, okay? Very much like, oh, she's so happy Okay. And I'm just sitting there. I'm literally taking it all in, flabbergasted. I really don't know how to feel. Like, my heart is hurting as I'm talking right now, because one thing about me, like, this whole situation, all I feel is just like disbelief. Like, I'm just shocked. When it comes to Jada, it just kind of felt so different. It felt like a different type of betrayal. You know, I feel ways about you, but I'm not gonna tell you type shit. Like, it's like, Mom, like, I don't know, like, what's going on. Like, I just feel like it's just different. It's just weird. I don't know, like, what did I do something? So I contemplated about confronting her about it. I contemplated about a lot of things. But when I really sat after I heard the information I'm hearing and the actions that I've been receiving, they match up. They make sense. It makes sense as to why she's not hitting me up, why she's not trying to talk to me, like she's not trying to like hang out, like why I don't feel a part of her life when she's not really a part of mine anymore. I understand, it all makes sense. Like, damn, like, should I just bow out gracefully? Because one thing about me, I do not beef with old friends. We've been through way too much to be fussing and fighting. I really avoided this confrontation when it comes to her, just off the strength that I didn't want it to be nasty. So I'm like, if I say something and she acts like she don't know what I'm talking about myself, but one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm getting mad. And once I get mad, it's just done. It's just done. It's just done. Because once I'm upset, like, I'm not even about to do it. I'm not. So I held it. I didn't say anything. I held it. I didn't say anything. And then my birthday rolls around. Y'all, this is the icing on the cake. Me and Hev's birthday is the highlight of our summer since we've been friends. So it's one thing, if we not gonna link up every other day, the birthdays were present, right? So Hev's birthday was coming up first. Are you gonna come to the city for Hev stuff? So she's like, yes at first, and then fast forward, she said she's not coming. She's not gonna be in the city until the end of the month. Hev's birthday is in the beginning of July. Like, a lot was going on, so I'm like, okay, whatever. What really got me, y'all, what really got me, when I remember one time I hit her up, I'm just like, oh, do you know what the plans for Heaven's birthday? So she's saying like, yeah, but let me know, because another one of the girls in the group, her birthday is coming up and wants to go to Rolling Loud. Girl, I asked you. Her birthday is at the end of the month, the very, very last couple of days of July. Hev's birthday is in the beginning of July. How did you secure plans for another girl's birthday and not your homegirl that we've been cool since whenever? So at that point, I was just like, okay, like, one of those. I'm like, okay, girl, okay. So then my birthday starts coming up, y'all. And this is where I started to know, and this is exactly when I knew we are really not friends. Okay, Sierra from the future here. One of my homeboys from school said that he wanted to come and do something, like, you know, is she gonna come, like, what's tea, like, what's going on? And she gave very much, oh, I don't know nothing about that, I don't know nothing about that, I don't know, like, I just don't know. Okay. Once I heard that one, I said, okay, girl, like, I see you, we see each other, like, we're not friends. Yo, so my birthday coming up, right? And since we've been best friends, my birthday has always been like fun as hell, because it's summertime and we was gonna go out, and you know, they always get that when it comes to my birthday. Like, when I tell you, she rolls out every embarrassing picture she can find of me. She writes this paragraph for me. She's with the whole day, she's with me and being supportive. Like, that's what I'm used to, and vice versa, very much. Okay, I already had plans to be with my boyfriend for my birthday's going on vacation, so I'm just like, I'm not too pressed, but no one knows I was going on vacation. But when I tell y'all, bestie Jada did not even budge to ask me what I was doing. She wanted to see me, any of the sort. Didn't hit me up at all. Pictures that I posted on IG from my vacation, she didn't repost a single one. She didn't post me on her story. She didn't do any, when I tell you, literally anything in the day of my birthday. She hits me up probably like around like midday, 6 o'clock, whatever. Probably like before 7 o'clock, but around like 5, 6, 7. And she tells me happy birthday with like a little balloon emoji. And when I tell y'all, when I sent that message up the next morning and it hit me, I'm just like, what the was that? Like, I have so much weird feelings about this whole shit, and I'm done feeling weird. Like, I have came to the point where, like, if people are comfortable making me feel away, I'm comfortable with not saying shit. I really am. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and remind you, oh girl, you're treating me in a kind of way, or oh, you're making me feel like this. Like, people know exactly how they treat you. Like, they know exactly how they make you feel. They know exactly what they're doing to you. So anytime that you feel like you're tripping about something, if you rather not speak to me about something, or you rather keep me in arm's length and out of sight, out of mind kind of way, we can really like turn that into reality, and I won't say anything. And I had to realize that, and that's why this whole story time, it took a minute for me to, like, you know, come and sit down and actually say what to say, because this is an accumulation of like stuff that's been going on since January 2019, and we're in September of 2021. Like it takes me a minute to really digest how I feel, because I want enough things to happen to reassure that I'm not crazy. To have people so close to you who may not even wish you well is like a fear of mine. Like I'm not having no snakes in my grass. Like I heard it once, and this person who told me this has no reason to lie to me or mislead me. Like if anything, they want us to be cool. Why would people come lie to me unprovoked? You know? So at this point, and the things that was said, it was just too specific and just very weird to me. So I'm just like, you know, I'm leaving where the hell is I. And on a very subtle note of things that I will always pick up on, like when it comes to like support, the way she would try to support me and like her other friends was always different. And I'm talking about other girls in the group. Like there's another girl in the group who have a business, and like when I tell y'all she shows up for that girl business when it comes to reposting anything related to my YouTube channel, it's getting very much like I didn't see it. I didn't hear it. Like I just didn't see it, you know? And it wasn't like that in the beginning. That's when once that stopped, I realized I'm like, oh yeah, like interesting, you know? Like even small things like sharing your pictures on your story. Like she'll share every other girl pictures besides mine, comment everybody else shit besides mine, and it always gay. Like I can see through it. Like girl, and if you got a friend that do shit like that, it's small hater shit that like you pick up on that you may not have always thought was a thing, but baby, it shows. Believe what you see and believe what you feel, period. Like that's that. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave my channel today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's story time. This is an open discussion. However you would handle the situation, feel free to comment down below. This is my story. Chime in, and I'll see you guys.